Welcome back to Southern Gospel Live. We're glad you're with us. Whose idea was it to take the Kingsmen and Gold City, two of America's favorite Southern Gospel groups, and put them together on one stage and let them sing the history of Southern Gospel music? Was it Tim Riley's idea of Gold City, or maybe Foxy, Eldridge Fox of the Kingsmen? I don't know whose idea it was, but it was a genius of an idea because it was a fantastic program the night they came to the Alabama Theater in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're going to feature that in just a few moments. Even though Jim Hamill did direct, it turned out to be a tremendous success. Also, some icing on your cake as Dina Searles, managing editor of the Singing News, brings us a few backstage interviews in just a moment on Southern Gospel Live.
Very much. Thank you. If you enjoyed KingsGold tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, thank you. I want to do, sit down. This is just for you. Sit down, I said. This is just for you folks for being so good and boys, let's do Looking for a City. Right. Here among the shadows in a lonely land, we're land of pilgrims on the moon. Burn down the sorrow, jungle every hand, looking for a city in the blood. Looking to the land, looking for a city where we never die, where the light will never leave, where all the same, where the we will never say goodbye. Say goodbye forever when we get there. We'll be back up bigger as we know the feeling. Let's say goodbye to someone, pray with the time. The Holy Spirit, all I hope we do.
Ray, let's talk a little bit about how the Kingsmen really got their start as far as the full-time traveling is concerned. You've been with the group for a pretty good while.
I've not been with them from the beginning, the very beginning, because I was just a baby back then. Oh, okay. I knew I'd get a chuckle. But no, the Kingsmen started in the 50s, singing locally at churches and the singing conventions and such. And then in the last of the 50s, or the early 60s, first part of the 60s, they started singing with the groups like on the concert, like Wally Fowler concerts, the J. Basil Mall concerts, and you know, on Saturday nights and Sundays.
When did the idea for Gold City actually come about?
Well, I was with the Southman, a group called the Southman before we started Gold City, and a friend of ours, Floyd Beck from Dahlonega, Georgia, originally wanted to put Squire Parsons and Jack Coney and me and I think Johnny Parrick. He wanted to have a group. Leonard told me he's crazy. And but before I turned around there, and Floyd had found a little group in Tupelo, Mississippi called the Christianaires. So he bought their bus and their equipment and everything, and he calls me, and this is in July of 1980, and said, Tim, said, I've got this little group, I'm going to bring them over to Gadsden. I want you to listen to them and see what you think. Said, find us a place we can set up sound and we can sing a little bit, see what you think. So they came over, great bunch of guys.
Things have just progressed along. Now, of course, when I first started, we had one little PA system that you carry You know, 2 speakers, you put them together, you put the mics and everything down the middle, and you carry them in one hand, carry the 2 stands in the other hand, you know, and you go in and you do it. There's more people now that you're able to sing to and to go before. And I've said it a lot of times, I think I've got the greatest job in the world. You know, it's just like, you know, I get to travel all over the country with these guys and see things that I, as an old mountain boy, would have never got to see, and share the gospel in song to people just everywhere. And I really, you know, that's why I've been here. Because I just, well, maybe because I can't do nothing else. But anyway, no. But I think it's, but I think as far as change, I think it's more, there's more people to share it with.
There's been a lot of changes in Gold City since then, and we had some wonderful guys to work with, but the young men that sing here now just are fine Christian young men, and we really had a revival in Gold City in 1986, and we just sat down and made a covenant that if we were going to leave our families and be away from our families, we're going to have to camp or something. And so it just made a complete change in Gold City, and God just has blessed us. It's just been like a rocket going off.
We've never really considered people as fans. They're our friends. And if it wasn't for them coming to the concert or supporting us, it wouldn't be nothing. So they're friends. They're friends. And we felt that way. Everybody in the group felt that way. And we have for years.
I think the KingsGold 3 is going to be the best one yet. And as the people were leaving the auditorium, that was the comment I heard. I believe it's the best one y'all know. And it ought to be. This is our 3rd one, as much as we've got to sing together, but they're just some of the finest folks to work with in the world, and we're just considered an honor to get to be a part of the KingsGold.
Coming up in just a few moments, we have more Southern Gospel Live, so don't go away. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of Southern Gospel Live. If you have a comment or suggestion, or maybe you'd like to see your favorite Southern Gospel group featured on this program, send us a card or letter to the address shown. Don't forget, Southern Gospel music was meant to be experienced. When your favorite group is in the neighborhood, go out and see them as they perform live in your community. Tell your friends about us. And I'm Mark Ferguson saying join us next time for more Southern Gospel Live.
Segments of this telecast of Southern Gospel Live were pre-recorded on location at the beautiful Alabama Theater in Myrtle Beach, South